Hi, good morning, class. For week 5, pretty much we're talking about, work-related conflicts, how to deal with difficult people. So one of our first questions that we were asked was, what are some conflict resolution techniques? Some of the things that I put down was, when talking about conflict resolution techniques, these are techniques that will either make a difference to the project or create more conflicts if nothing is getting resolved. Some of the examples I put down here is forcing, also known as competing, a win-win collaborating, also known as fronting the problem or problem solving, compromising, looks for an expedite and mutual acceptable solution which partially satisfy both parties, withdrawing, also known as avoiding, smoothing, also known as accommodating, also accommodating the concerns of other people first rather than prioritizing one's own concerns. Our second question, how do you resolve conflict? Like any other things, conflict within project managers is expected. One of the things I did put down here as example is in order to be able to resolve the conflict, you have to prepare for a resolution. The second point I put down that I mentioned here is understanding the situation, clarifying the positions of each party, 3, reaching an agreement, and 4, preventing another conflict. Question 4, what are the best ways to deal with difficult people? That's really a challenge. Like business in any other thing, whether it's business, whether it's law, or any other type of field. I do put down several steps to which I think goes into business and goes into law, like I said, to any other field. One of the examples I put here, how to deal with difficult people, is to listen. First of all, listen. Staying calm, getting angry at each other is not going to help. Don't judge. Don't demand compliance. Don't act defensively. Don't return anger with anger. Keep extra space between each other, which at some point I do that one that I just mentioned. It can be difficult for people that do have anger issues or anything like that to try to get into, how we like to say, like get right into your face and try to prove a point. Another example I said, set limits and boundaries. Trust your instincts. One response does not fit all. Debrief. Give yourself credit for getting through an uncomfortable situation. When dealing with difficult people, how do you diffuse a situation? Some of the examples actually that I put here, it is very difficult to talk to someone who's being difficult with you regarding any situation, whether in project management or in any other field, respectfully. Some of the things that I did put down here is empathize, listen, then show that you've been heard and recapping how it looks from the team member's point of view. Offer support, demonstrate commitment to lending a helping hand if the situation gets worse. Invoking higher principles. Why are you doing this in the first place? To give the perspective. Zoom out and remind people of the vision, purpose, and principles that make frustrations worth enduring. Our next question, what are some strategies to deal with difficult people? Once again, it's almost similar to the other question, 2 questions before this. You need to stay calm, understand the people's intentions, get some perspective from others, let the other person know where you're coming from, build the rapport, treat the people with respect, that is a big one. Focus on what can be actioned upon, ignore any other negative things, escalate to a higher authority for resolution. What is the best way to deal with someone who will not compromise? Like I said, respectfully with any other field, with project management, law, or anything. Dealing with someone within project management or within any other field, whether it's business or law, everything has to be carefully thought out and have a good outcome to the situation. I am a true believer that people will not compromise, but will always have something they can accept as in the middle ground to the current situation. Some steps that we can some steps that we can look into is having patience. Patience is a big one. Understanding the situation, don't let emotions and anger get in the way. Explain what the benefit will be if an agreement is reached. have something to go by and negotiate to a better resolution to the conflicts. This is what I have for this week, guys. We'll see you next time.